If you're overweight or underweight, you know that with the right training, you can develop a toned body with a six-pack. The same goes for your mental body. With the help of a professional trainer, you can build physical strength. But when it comes to your mental body, professional training can be just as transformative, giving you core confidence and a powerful mindset. What does it feel like after you've completed this mental training? It's like having an overwhelming advantage, what I call playing on a lower difficulty level. Let me give you an example. Imagine a top athlete, like Tanner, wearing a disguise and challenging amateur players at a local sports club. It's no contest. His skill level is far beyond theirs, and it's almost unfair. Similarly, after completing this course and building mental strength, you'll be operating on a different level. You'll have a higher perspective, a bird's-eye view that allows you to see the big picture in life and work. This knowledge will make you more effective in everything you do. You'll be able to anticipate outcomes, avoid mistakes, and focus on what truly matters. This kind of foresight leads to what I call enlightened action, where every step you take is efficient and purposeful. When you reach this level, your life will undergo a profound transformation. For example, in relationships, if you once struggled to find a partner who truly values you, after this training, you'll find it easy to connect with someone you care about. In your career, if you used to earn modestly, you may find yourself quickly moving into a higher income bracket, even reaching financial heights you never thought possible. This isn't just theoretical. I've experienced it myself. It might sound incredible, but I encourage you to try it for yourself. You might realize that the way you've been living, working hard but without understanding the underlying principles, has actually limited your success. Once you understand the instruction manual for life and work, you'll be unstoppable. It's like playing a video game with a guidebook versus without one. A professional gamer versus an amateur. There's no contest. The professional wins every time, effortlessly. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Throughout our lives, we're constantly trying to improve ourselves, but most of our efforts are focused on external achievements, studying hard, getting certifications, learning new skills, and so on. These are all valuable, but we often neglect the internal aspects of growth, simply because we lack awareness. External achievements are easy to see and measure, but inner growth is less tangible and harder to describe. For instance, it's easy to see the results of working hard to earn money and buy a nice car. But how do you measure the improvement in your internal power, like the confidence you show when speaking, the calm you exhibit during interviews, or the charisma you display in everyday interactions? These qualities are harder to quantify, but they're far more important than external achievements. Without inner wisdom and strength, external success is difficult to achieve. Reflect on your own life. How often have you succeeded in achieving your goals? Probably not as often as you'd like. And even when you do set a goal, how often do you follow through? Many of us learn valuable lessons but find it hard to apply them in real life. That's where the problem lies. We accumulate knowledge but lack the training to turn that knowledge into action. We talked earlier about personality traits and how they influence our success. You might learn about personality types and think you can use that knowledge to make people like you. But if your goal is simply to please others, you're already starting from a weak position. In life, what you are at your core matters more than the tactics you use to influence others. If you're not genuinely confident, people will eventually see through the facade, no matter how well you present yourself. No matter how much you try to mask your true self with techniques, those subtle signs will give you away. That's why it's not enough to learn tricks or adopt certain behaviors. You have to become the kind of person who naturally embodies confidence and strength. Then, every movement, every word you say will reflect that inner power. Think about actors in a movie. An actor might play a character very different from their true personality. They have to rehearse their lines and actions over and over to ensure they don't break character. When we watch a movie, we're seeing a highly edited version, where the actor's true self is hidden beneath layers of rehearsed performance. But in real life, There are no editors to cut out the moments where your true nature slips through. If you're not truly confident, it will show, no matter how much you try to cover it up. Our goal in this course is to help you become the kind of person who naturally exudes confidence. Instead of mimicking the behaviors of confident people, you'll transform yourself into a confident person. This approach might take longer, but it's the only path to genuine, lasting change. Remember, the slowest path is often the fastest in the end. The world operates in paradoxes, so here's a fundamental truth. A person is only truly powerful when they possess inner strength. This core confidence is the ultimate weapon in life, the foundation for conquering the world and achieving your dreams. Let's begin building that core confidence now. As we start this journey toward core confidence, the first skill you need to develop is self-awareness. This is crucial. In life, we often think we're doing just fine and don't see why the world doesn't reflect that back to us. But the world is a mirror, showing us who we truly are. If we don't like what we see, the problem isn't with the world, it's with us. If you look in the mirror and see something unattractive, you don't blame the mirror. You take steps to improve yourself. The same principle applies to life. To succeed in building a strong mindset, you need to practice self-reflection and self-awareness constantly. Avoid rationalization. What is rationalization? It's when you make excuses for your actions after the fact. For example, imagine you had a crush on someone at work but were too shy to approach them. Then one day, a bolder coworker starts dating them. You feel regret, but soon you rationalize it by thinking, well, we weren't really that compatible anyway. This is rationalization, and it's harmful because it prevents you from facing the truth and growing from it. From now on, focus on self-awareness instead of making excuses. Complaining is another form of avoiding self-awareness. When you complain, you're essentially saying, I'm perfect, the problem lies with everyone else. But that's not true. We are the creators of our own experiences. If your actions have led to others disliking you, recognize the power in that. You were able to create that outcome. Now, imagine what you can achieve if you direct your efforts toward positive outcomes. Remember, we can't change others, but we can change ourselves. And as we change, we begin to influence those around us in ways we never thought possible. When I was at my lowest, I too believed that all my problems were due to others. But through self-reflection, I realized that I was the common denominator in all those situations. This principle applies to relationships as well. For instance, if you're upset because someone you love isn't behaving the way you want, recognize that you have the power to change how you respond. If you truly love someone, stay with them for that reason alone, not because of what they do or don't do. If they cross a line you can't tolerate, then leave without bitterness or regret. Being a creator means not being swayed by others' actions. You live by your own standards and maintain peace of mind regardless of what happens around you. In contrast, a victim is constantly reacting to others, never in control. Which one do you want to be? This ability to remain calm and composed, to influence others without forcing them, is a result of self-awareness. We must always be mindful of our own actions and motivations. As we continue through this course, we'll develop the tools to cultivate this awareness, and you'll begin to see how powerful it can be. We've talked about self-awareness as the first essential skill for developing core confidence. Now let's introduce a second, equally important tool, the backward method. What is the backward method? It's about thinking in reverse to anticipate outcomes more accurately. In life, we often assume that if we do things a certain way, we'll get the results we want. But how often does it actually work out that way? More often than not, things don't go as planned. That's why it's crucial to develop the ability to predict outcomes, to know in advance what's likely to happen based on your actions. This skill isn't impossible to acquire, but it requires practice. Most people lack this ability to think ahead and consider the effects of their actions from different perspectives. This is where the backward method comes in. It's more than just putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It's about mentally rehearsing how your actions will play out, almost like writing a script for a movie. For example, if you're planning to ask someone for a favor, you might think about how they'll react. Will they feel appreciated? annoyed, or indifferent? If your approach doesn't feel right, try another angle until you find one that's likely to succeed. The backward method is particularly useful when you need something from someone, whether it's securing a business deal or winning over someone you're attracted to. Start by imagining that you're not yourself, but someone else approaching you with the same request. How would you react? Let me share a personal example. As a scriptwriter, I often receive messages from people wanting to collaborate with me. Most of these messages are similar. "Tanner, I really admire your work. Let's grab coffee sometime." While these messages are polite, they don't stand out. But occasionally, someone will approach me differently, maybe by sharing a project they're working on that genuinely interests me. They don't pressure me, and they maintain a respectful, low-key tone. Over time, this builds rapport, and eventually, I might agree to meet with them. Now think about how you've approached potential partners or clients in the past. Did your approach feel pushy or too eager? Did you give the other person space to respond? The backward method can help you refine your approach to be more effective. If you struggle with this, try writing it out. Imagine you're writing a short story where you're the character seeking help or a relationship. How would the other person realistically respond to your actions? This exercise can help you see your situation from a new perspective and improve your approach. The backward method is a powerful tool for gaining self-awareness and refining your behavior. It's about looking at things from every angle before making a move, ensuring that your actions align with the results you want. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.